Over the last 12 months, obviously, the pandemic has had an impact on a lot of companies in terms of looking at their digital strategies and what they're doing going forward. So how do you see digital integration developing in the future?
Well, one thing is for sure, of course, these companies that have been optimizing, let's say, their digital capabilities, and I'm not talking about the verticals, the horizontals, but I'm talking now. Of course, they had an advantage in COVID. They were in this period, yeah, they were really ready, to have people working from home and all of that stuff. But that's not really, what I'm focusing about. How do I see digital integration develop in the future? It's not about digital integration. It's more about organization and having the right skill set in the company. Yeah, people can talk about digitization and digitalization for hours, for days, for weeks, but at the end, if your organization isn't ready for it and you don't have the right skills, it doesn't bring you a lot further, because data is not unique or rare, to say it. Substitutes exist, and by itself, data is unlikely to be really valuable. So without organization and having the right skills, there's not a lot of value that you get out of data. So having the right skills, let me just use a simple example. Yeah, just try to understand the difference between data analysis and data science. Yeah, and I lifted that already a little bit, that the difference between it a couple of minutes ago. If you talk about data analysis, it's very much focused on operational. Yeah, so what happened and why. Yeah, data science is not so more on getting better analysis. No, it's really meant to be answering you these questions: what if, what next, and how. Right. But imagine, people understand this, but if you do not have the organizational and the right skills, where do you bring, these tasks to? Yeah, where do you get the skills in your company? So the major challenge faced by most companies is they lack the know-how required, to apply the power of digital within existing organizational structures. Yeah, and to wrap this up, is that the road to true digitalization is really hampered by data availability, data quality, data governance. Asking people, to share their data between departments, almost like, asking them to share their toothbrush. That's at least the reaction that we have out there. Yeah? And what about siloed business application and data structures? Yeah. So on top of that, I mean, there's a lot of work out there, and it doesn't have to do with data, organizational and skills and understanding, what it really means to you and what you want to do with it, the business perspective.